Have you ever wondered how ancient civilizations managed to build massive, intricate structures with such precision that modern technology can barely replicate? The ancient world is full of mysterious stone-cutting techniques that continue to impress architects and historians for thousands of years. In this video, we'll be exploring the enigmatic stone-cutting methods of the ancient world and how these were utilized to create awe-inspiring artifacts that still stand today. We'll also be traveling to some of the most remarkable monumental buildings in the world, including the Great Pyramid of Giza, the megalithic stones of Stonehenge, and the incredible structures of the Inca at Machu Picchu in an attempt to highlight examples of the ancient stone-cutting practices. Whether you're a history lover, an architecture enthusiast, or simply someone who is curious about the wonders of ancient civilizations, this video is not to be missed. So, get ready to uncover the secrets of the unexplained ancient stone-cutting and find out how they achieved such incredible feats of engineering without the help of modern technology. The precision and symmetry of ancient stonework are nothing short of amazing. The massive blocks used in the construction of the pyramids, the walls, the monuments, and other ancient structures were so precisely cut that it's almost impossible to imitate them today, even in the presence of the most advanced tools. How did the ancient builders manage to cut and shape these huge stones with such perfection? Archaeologists still can't fully explain how such precision and consistency in the building were achieved with the rudimentary tools and technology available at that time. It's almost like they had access to knowledge that has been lost to us over time. One of the most impressive aspects of ancient masonry is that it was done using primitive cutting and shaping methods. While modern stoneworkers have access to power saws, drills, and other electrical equipment, ancient builders had to rely on simple tools made of stone, wood, and copper. The pyramids of Egypt. Let's start by taking a closer look at perhaps one of the most famous ancient constructions of all time, the Great Pyramids of Giza. It is composed of over 2 million stone blocks, each weighing between 2 and 80 tons. How are the ancient Egyptians able to move and shape these massive stones with such accuracy? One theory is that Egyptians used ramps to move the stones in place. However, this theory has been challenged by the fact that there is no evidence of such ramps and that the steep angles of the pyramid would make it impossible to use a ramp in the logical sense. Another theory is that the stones were lifted using sleds, rollers, and levers. This theory has been supported by experimental archaeology, which has demonstrated that it is possible to move and lift heavy stones using these methods. While several other theories have been proposed over the years, recent research suggests that the Egyptians may have used a simple yet effective method involving water to move the massive blocks. By pouring water onto the sand in front of the blocks, they were able to create a lubricated surface that made it easier to slide the blocks into place. Ropes may have been utilized as well to assist in pulling the huge stones. The real mystery, however, lies in how the ancient Egyptians succeeded in cutting and shaping the stones with a precision that is evident to us today. The stones in the pyramids fit together so tightly that a sheet of paper cannot be inserted between them. Some theories suggest that the builders used copper chisels and pounding stones, along with pure manpower to carve the stones. Others propose that they used a primitive form of cement or mortar to hold the stones in place. However, there is no definitive answer to this mystery, and the debate continues to this day. Some experts believe that ancient stoneworkers had access to advanced technologies that we are still trying to understand. Many of the ancient artifacts from sites that existed during the Old Kingdom period of ancient Egypt show marks and indications of advanced tools that might have been used to cut or shape stone blocks. These include saw cuts, machining marks, tube drill holes, and the fine striations or lines. If this was true, why are tools such as circular saws, blades, or other types of mechanized machinery not found in the archaeological record? On the other hand, how on earth would ancient Egyptians use relatively soft materials such as copper and bronze to cut through granite or diorite, two of the hardest natural stones to ever exist? Sounds confusing, doesn't it? Machu Picchu. Moving on to South America, the ancient Inca civilization left behind some remarkable buildings, such as the stunning city of Machu Picchu. One of the most impressive features of the site is the intricate stonework, with each stone fitting perfectly together without any visible mortar. In Machu Picchu, you can see over 200 structures, including temples, palaces, and homes, all built with incredible precision. It is really hard to imagine how such an incredible work was possible without modern tools. The Inca engineers were able to create walls that could withstand earthquakes. They used a technique known as ashlar masonry, which involves uniformly cutting and shaping stones so that they fit together without the need for cement. According to archaeologists, the Incas utilized adobe mud and applied it to the stones, giving them a surface covering. The mystery of how the Inca builders achieved such precision in their stone-cutting techniques remains unsolved to this day. However, it is obvious that they were master craftsmen who used their knowledge of mathematics along with their skills to create some of the most fascinating and stable walls in an earthquake-prone region. Stonehenge. Stonehenge, the prehistoric monument in Wiltshire, is another attractive feat of ancient stone cutting, consisting of a massive stone circle that is made up of over 80 blocks that were transported over 150 miles to the site. The stones at Stonehenge weigh up to 25 tons, and they were placed in position with unbelievable accuracy. One of the most intriguing aspects of Stonehenge is the mysterious tool marks found on the stones. These marks indicate that the stones were shaped using some kind of abrasive, such as sand or quartz. However, they do not match any known tools from that time period, and the method of transportation remains a mystery as well. This archaeological structure exhibits signs of engineering skills that should not have been possible in such ancient times with the tools and knowledge which historians insist were available to them. You can clearly see evidence of heavy lifting which cannot be done today with the world's largest cranes. How was any of that possible? Although there are still no definitive answers to the circulating questions about ancient stone-cutting techniques and methods, researchers have come up with various theories and speculations. For example, some believe that ancient builders had access to advanced technology, such as laser-like tools and levitation devices, which allowed them to cut stones out from the bedrock and move them to the destined sites. Others suggest that the builders had knowledge of acoustic and sonic resonance, which helped them shape the stones with precision. Some researchers even argue that the most likely explanation is that the stoneworkers used simple handheld tools, but were incredibly skilled and experienced in cutting stones. Those base their theory on the belief that ancient builders had a deep understanding of the properties of stone and used their knowledge to select the right materials and shape them into the desired forms. If we are to be convinced with all that we know about the cutting tools that existed during ancient times, we would say that such historical sites must have been built using copper chisels and pounding stones. There is no evidence that they were constructed any differently. In the meantime, analysis of these artifacts themselves and the technology needed to create them is nothing else but direct proof of a more advanced and sophisticated capability. After all, we have both the relics, which are the result of the tools used, and the marks on the stones, which are the signature of the tools. These indications on the stones do not seem to match the tools and techniques known from the ancient world. Yet, this evidence has been disregarded because no other tools have been discovered, or maybe because it risks disturbing the status quo of the story of history. This is a circular argument that goes nowhere. The ancient stone-cutting techniques are a mysterious topic that continues to fascinate and capture our imagination. From the pyramids of Egypt to the megalithic stones of Stonehenge and the impressive structures of the Inca at Machu Picchu, ancient builders achieved feats of engineering that still defy explanation. While we may never get to know the exact methods and techniques used by ancient builders, their achievements serve as a demonstration of human ingenuity and the power of determination. The true extent of ancient stoneworking knowledge may never be fully explained, but what we do know is that ancient artifacts continue to inspire wonder and admiration and remind us of the incredible achievements of our ancestors. So the next time you stand in awe of an ancient wonder, remember that behind every stone, literally every stone, lies a mystery waiting to be uncovered. Hope you enjoyed this video, and as always, thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.